So this is my race setup for this year, basically for the 2025 season. I haven't done one of these videos in a while where I talk about kind of my equipment choices, what I'm running and why I'm using it. So I thought I'd do one. The last time I did one of these, it was on a completely different bike, completely different equipment, so everything has changed. I'm going to start by talking through the bike because that's probably the most interesting, and then after that, I'm going to go on and talk about tri-suits, wetsuits, helmet choices, shoe choices, all of that stuff. So, bike. Start with the frame. It is a giant Trinity. Obviously, it is the rim brake version. Now the new disc version's out. It's in the like rainbowy sort of colour thing. I don't know the actual name for it. It is a size medium. I'm like 5'9.5" or so. I actually think that it fits me really, really well. Yeah, got plenty of room for adjustment, and I quite like that the reach is a little bit longer than rather than going for a small frame. What we'll do is we'll start at the front end and kind of work our way back. So cockpit, we've got the Drag to Zero poles. It's just like their standard poles, nothing too fancy. Although actually I did see on Matt Bottrell's Instagram very, very recently that it looks like there's some new ones coming out, which I'm kind of interested in. So yeah, Drag to Zero poles, Drag to Zero grips. Got Wattshop arm cups. The reason I went with these, other than as opposed to the Drag to Zero ones, is actually I really like how these are a lot more high-sided, just feel a little bit more locked in. So went with them, and I think it all kind of looks quite neat anyway. Got Drag to Zero spacers, pole clamps, and a 15-degree shim, and these are the high-rise poles. I've got a self-made, which, if I'm honest, I actually think is like pretty decent for a DIY jobby. It's super sturdy, BTA mount. It is Shimano 11 speed. This is one of their like mechanical shifters. It's a one by, so I've only got one of them up here. I've got the, what do you call it? I've actually got the box here. 76 Projects TT computer mount, which is really good, by the way. I can highly recommend them. And then I've got, this is the Garmin, I don't even know what this is, 530 maybe, computer. That fits nicely just between the arms. It locks in there. Wheel. So the wheel set is, they're called Prime. I think, if I'm right, it's Wiggle's own branded wheels. I think that they made them. I don't think they make them anymore since Wiggle, it got sold or something, didn't it? So yeah, they're Prime wheels, 85mm deep. They're 21mm internal rim width, I think, obviously rim brake version. Actually, for the price of them, dog, really? They're actually, for the cost of them, I can't remember what I paid for them now, but they're really reasonable if you compare them to competitors. And they seem quite fast. I've got them both paired with a Conti GP5000 TT tyre, both with latex tubes. I haven't gone tubeless just because, honestly, I've never set it up, and latex tubes are almost just as good, I think, if not pretty much as good. So yeah, just gone with latex tubes, and they, again, feel quite fast. Moving... Oh, this dog's annoying me. Brief, come here. Moving on. So here we've got the Favero Asioma Duo pedals, the power meter pedals. Again, they're so good. I really, they're pricey, but the reason I got pedals as opposed to like a crank power meter is because I can switch them between bikes, between road bike, gravel bike. Yeah, and use the same then shoes and same cleat setup and stuff, and it kind of feels all transferable. So they're really, really good. Also, the power has been so consistent in them. They rarely ever drop out. Yeah, and the battery on them. The battery, I always worried because I thought, oh, the battery's not going to last very long. They last months from a full charge. So really happy with them. Then I've got the Shimano 105. What is it? Stop. The Shimano 105 R6000, I believe, cranks. I've got them in a 160mm. I did have 165s, and I had a load of issues on the bike, so I was experimenting loads, and I thought I'd drop down to 160s. Again, 5mm difference, you can't really feel it, to be honest. I didn't really notice it too much, but they feel good, and I'm going to keep them. And then I've got a, like I said earlier, a 1x setup. So I've got a 56 tooth Drag to Zero chainring on there. Again, awesome chainring, never dropped a chain. 56 for the minute. I kind of ride around the UK, most, unless you're in like Wales or somewhere, most of the riding's fairly flat, so 56 kind of works for me. And then on the rear, I've got an 1132 cassette. So I've got like a 56-32, which honestly for most like hills around here, is perfect for me. I am doing Nice later this year, which is obviously really hilly. And honestly, I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. I'd like to stick to one bike just because of ease, and I don't want to set up another, like run the cables and do all of that for it, for a front mech, because I've not got any of it. So maybe I'll drop down to like, I don't know, I could maybe do like a 50, 11, 34, or then I'll be spinning. I don't know. Something to figure out. Or if you've got any suggestions of what to do, then leave them in the comments down below. And then yeah, so 1132 cassette, and then for the derailleur, I've got the Shimano Ultegra RX derailleur. That is, I think it's a mountain bike cassette, or maybe a gravel cassette, gravel derailleur. I don't remember, but either way, it's got a clutch system on it. So again, that helps with dropping chains. Like I say, I've never dropped a chain before, so really happy with that. The chain is just a standard, I think, Ultegra chain. For races, I basically just put some wax on it, like fresh wax. I use this stuff, Super Secret Chain Lube. I've been using that for a couple of years now, and it seems all right. Then, moving up, saddle. I've got the, I don't know how you pronounce it, the whatever it's called, Stride saddle. Not really had any issues with it. I find it fairly comfy. I've tried a few different saddles. I've tried ISM, Physique. Honestly, like I don't find much of a difference. Well, especially between this one and the Physique one. I like that this one's got the grippy pads on top, which kind of helps once you find like a comfortable position. It does help kind of keep you there a little bit. What haven't I talked about? Bottle cages. These are again like Prime branded ones. They're like old Wiggle brand. Actually, considering they were like super cheap, I've never dropped a bottle. I don't know why, but they just seem to work really well. And I always use these precision hydration bottles, and they're like kind of actually really quite hard to pull in and out. I don't know why, they just seem to work really well. So not going to change it. Bottom bracket is again, it was just honestly a cheap one. Nothing. It was just I think it might have even again been like a Prime branded press fit one. The behind the saddle mount is actually just one that comes with the Trinity. Again, it works fine. It is on the heavier side, but is what it is. Oh yeah, also to mention, rear wheel, I've got the Easy Disc wheel cover. It's not the super light one. I got that before. I think they had the super light one out. I'm quite interested in maybe kind of looking at getting the super light one. Obviously, way cheaper than a disc, like an actual disc wheel, although it would be nice to have a disc wheel. This is like the next best thing. They're pretty much just as fast. They're quite easy to get on and off. Takes a little bit of like, you have to take the cassette off and stuff, but honestly, really not that big of a deal. I ran that last year, and yeah, again, no complaints. For the cost of it, you're not finding anything better, basically. Have I missed anything? Brakes are just the ones that come with the Trinity. I think that's pretty much it for the bike. If you've got any questions or if I've left anything out that you'd like to know, then leave it in the comments below. I'll now move on to other equipment. Sticking with the bike, I suppose, the shoes that I race and train in basically are these Physique ones. Again, I can't actually remember the name of them. I'll pop it up on screen, but really happy with these. They're kind of a bit grubby at the minute. I've used them for a couple of years now, or maybe like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Got Sidas custom footbeds in there from Velo Clinic. I honestly think they're a must. I've tried the G8 things that everyone raves about. I found them honestly awful. People are going to say, oh, well, you didn't have them set up right, you didn't have this, you didn't have that, but they just didn't fit my feet right. Basically, the outsides of my feet, I could feel them, like a lot of pressure there, and they dug in a lot. Never got on with them. But these Sidas ones, I think that's how you pronounce it, Sidas. Been really, really good. Helmet is the Cask Mistral in white, because who doesn't love white? Again, absolutely love this helmet. It is in a size large, but I have a huge head, so it actually fits me. It's not for aeros, it's just what I need. Really solid helmet. Love it. Love the look of it. it seems to test fast on most people. I haven't been able to go to the wind tunnel, unfortunately, but yeah, it seems to work for me. I have still got the sticker on it, and still got the sticker from my last race on the bike, which actually, by the way, why are the companies using these types of stickers where you literally can't get them off? There has to be a better solution for it. It's so frustrating when you have to put stickers all over everything, and then yeah, you can't get them back off again. But that's another story. That is bike stuff. We'll talk about tri-suit. So I used last year, and I will be using this year, this Zone 3 Aeroforce X suit. This is in a size large for me. Yeah, I find that all tri-suits that I've ever tried, like I had a no pins one, that had to be, I've had loads of tri-suits, and for some reason I'm always a large, but I'm in like other clothes, I'm always like a medium everywhere else. So yeah, there you are. I'm also like a little bit bigger than your average triathlete, which is probably why I need to lose some weight. But yeah, absolutely love this tri-suit. It is clearly super fast. Like the speeds that I was going last year compared to what other people were going, maybe on similar watts, is just, yeah, position wise, and this seems to really work for me. So we'll 100% be using that again. Also, I use these no pins calf sleeves. Again, haven't been able to go to the wind tunnel to test and see if they're actually faster or not for me, because they claim like 5, 6, 7 watts sometimes. Also, they can be slower on some people, but they seem to work for me, like I said last year when I was racing, so I will be still using them this year. Running shoes, I'm still a little bit hit and miss with these. These are ultras. I run basically always in ultra shoes. I bought these new last year, never ended up using them. These are a newer version of the ultra, like their carbon race shoes, which I used last year. And these I've used once, and I don't know if you can see, but I've actually cut the heel off to try and reduce some pressure on the heel, because I've used them once, and that time I did use them, they destroyed my heels. They've got blood all in them from where they destroyed them. So I really want to use these because they feel really like fast and springy. But honestly, I'm going to give them one more test, I think, and like in a training run, and if they still hurt and dig in, then these are going to have to go in the bin. But hopefully I can use these. If it's not these ones, it'll be just their slightly earlier model. I've got an old pair of them, which I will wear. Wetsuit, I think is the only other thing I've not spoken about, is up there. That's the Zone 3 Aspire suit in size medium. I've tried their medium, and I think I've tried their medium large, or I think it's called, which is slightly bigger. Honestly, size-wise, I think I probably swim in them both like near enough the same. That one feels a bit more snug, but what I do find is that it sits right up under my armpits a lot more. Like it comes right up under my armpits, which means I've got a lot of like flexibility in my shoulders. So I think I'm going to race in that one this year. Again, absolutely like 10 out of 10 suits. I've got so much good stuff that I can say about that suit. I won't go into it in this video, but I highly recommend it. And if you do, this sounds like I was just plugging Zone 3 now, but genuinely not. Like I bought that wetsuit before I had any affiliation with Zone 3 at all, just because it's like the best in the game. So yeah, if you do want to pick up yourself any Zone 3 stuff, I have got a discount code of just Lewis. If you use that at checkout, or go to zone3.com/Lewis. I think it's 20% off you get, so worth having a look and seeing if you need any new gear, then you can use that. I think that's everything. That is going to be my race day setup. Like I say, if I've missed anything or you've got any questions about what I use and why I use it, then let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, fingers crossed that this setup will get me some good results this year. I guess we'll see. My first race is tomorrow, which is why I'm doing this. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and yeah, wish me luck for tomorrow. I wish you luck in any races that you're doing, and I guess I'll see you next time.